Peng, nice to meet you. Peng, I'm very happy to meet you again. I am at my home, at my home, at my, at my, I am in my home.
Hi, David. It's nice to meet you too. You're doing great. You can say, I'm at home or I'm in my home. Both are correct. Keep it up.
I am at my home. I feel relieved. I want to relax by myself today.
It's great that you're taking time to relax by yourself today. You can say, I want to relax by myself today. It's important to take some time for yourself.
I want to relax by myself today.
That's perfect, David. Enjoy your relaxing day. If you need any help or just want to chat, I'm here.
As I told before, I am in the long holidays for the Lunar New Year, and today is the actual second day of the long holiday.
That's wonderful. The Lunar New Year holiday is a great time to rest and recharge. How are you spending your holiday so far?
It's been great. It's been great. I did nothing. It's been great. You know, I had a special
That sounds
breakfast
fantastic.
with my
Sometimes doing
wife.
nothing is the best way to relax and enjoy. That sounds wonderful, David. A special breakfast with your wife is a lovely way to start the day. It's nice to take it easy and enjoy the moment.
I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say in this practice session, in this holiday practice session. I think I'm speechless.
It's okay, David. You can take your time and enjoy the holiday. If you feel like practicing English, we can talk about anything you'd like. There's no pressure.
I got it. Without further delay, let's dive into our practice session. Let's dive into my repetition time. I'm going to introduce many sentences that I prepared before to keep them in my mouth muscle to understand.
Got it. Let's dive into your repetition time. I'm ready to help you with the sentences you've prepared. Take your time and let's practice together.
Okay, listen carefully. Listen carefully. I'm about to introduce. I'm about to explain. I'm about to share with you my example sentences.
Great. Whenever you're ready, feel free to share your first example sentence and we'll go from there.
Okay, here I go. I'm supposed to speak in English, but because it's the holiday, I feel too relaxed and my mind has gone blank. So I need to speak in English, but I think the holiday mood has made me lose focus and I can't think of anything. What do you say about this?
It's completely normal to feel relaxed and unfocused during the holidays. The holiday mood can definitely make it harder to concentrate. But it's also a great time to practice at a relaxed pace. Just take it easy and enjoy the process. You're doing great.
Okay, let's get started. Let me repeat one more time. Then I'm supposed to speak in English, but because it's the holiday, it's the long Lunar New Year holiday, I feel too relaxed. I think I feel too relaxed, and my mind has gone blank. It means I need to speak in English. I need to practice in English. I need to practice in English, but I need to practice. I mean, I want to practice English speaking skills, but I think the holiday mood has made me lose focus and I can't think of anything.
You're doing well, David. It's normal to feel relaxed during the holiday and find it hard to focus. Take it step by step. If you want, we can start with some simple practice. Let's begin whenever you're ready.
Okay, whenever you are ready to share, I'm all ears. Never mind. Don't take it too seriously. This is just a simple sentence. Whenever you are ready to share, I'm all ears.
That's a great sentence. You can use I'm all ears to show you're ready to listen. It's a perfect way to invite someone to share their thoughts. Keep practicing. You're doing well.
Listen carefully. Before we dive into practice time, let me start by sharing uh, a bit, a bit about my daily life. I say one time, before starting the main practice session, I will begin by talking briefly about my daily life. I'll begin by talking briefly about my daily life.
That's a great way to start. You can say, before starting the main practice session, I'll begin by talking briefly about my daily life. This helps you transition smoothly into the conversation. You're doing great.
Tomorrow, listen carefully. Tomorrow, no, no, no. The day after, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, I will go my parents' hometown for the new holiday event, for the Lunar New Year holiday event. I think it's a Korea traditional way to enjoy Lunar New Year holiday.
That sounds lovely. You can say, the day after tomorrow, I'll go to my parents' hometown for the Lunar New Year holiday event. It's a traditional Korean way to celebrate. It's wonderful that you're keeping these traditions.
Go after? You mean I need to use go after for this context? Am I right?
Yes, that's correct. For this context, the day after tomorrow is the right expression. You're doing great.
Let me hear one more time.
Sure, go ahead. I'm listening.
No, 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 no. Let me hear one more time your opinion about my expression earlier.
Of course, your expression was great. Saying the day after tomorrow is a clear and natural way to talk about your plans. Keep up the good work.
I mean, the day after tomorrow, I will go my parents' hometown for the Lunar New Year holiday event.
That's a clear and natural way to say it. You're doing great.
I mean, I will go my parents' hometown to enjoy our families our family's dinner and many this and share I want to share great things with my parents.
That sounds wonderful. You can say, I will go to my parents' hometown to enjoy our family's dinner and share greetings with my parents. It's a lovely way to celebrate the holiday.
I'm not sure what I have to prepare for that visiting. I'm not sure uh, what my parents want to expect I get.
It's normal to feel unsure. You can ask your parents if there's anything specific they'd like you to bring or prepare. It's always nice to check in with them and see what they might need. You're doing great.
I don't agree with you because my parents always told me they don't need anything. So sometimes I think that kind word makes me confused to know what they really want.
I understand. Sometimes parents say that because they don't want to burden you. It's always thoughtful to bring something small that shows you care, like their favorite treat or a simple gift. It's the thought that counts.
Would you mind saying that one more time?
Not at all. It's always thoughtful to bring something small that shows you care, like their favorite treat or a simple gift. It's the thought that counts.
What do you mean when you mentioned favorite treat? I don't understand. Please share me detailed information for that expression, for that context.
Favorite treat means something your parents really enjoy eating, like a special snack or dessert. It could be their favorite cookies, a type of fruit, or a dish they love. It's a thoughtful way to show you care by bringing something you know they like.
Okay, okay, I understand what favorite treat means. Okay. I think I need to ask them what is their favorite treat when they enjoy the holidays.
That's a great idea. Asking them what their favorite treat is will show you care and want to make their holiday special. It's a thoughtful gesture.
I couldn't agree more. I'll make a call. I'll make a call tomorrow to ask them what they want to eat, or what they want to get in for the Lunar New Year. Uh,
That sounds like a great plan. It's thoughtful to call and ask what they'd like. I'm sure they'll appreciate it.
in the past, I thought, my parents is very old. My parents are very old. So I thought some kind of Korean traditional medicine is good present for them.
Traditional Korean medicine can be a very thoughtful gift, especially if it's something that can help with their well being. It shows you care about their health and comfort. It's a lovely gesture.
Okay, okay, I got it, I got it. Honestly speaking, I don't know what to say in the today's session. I mean, I don't know what to say in this practice session because as I told you before, think I I feel too relaxed. I feel too relaxed, and my mind has gone blank. I'm to speak in English, but I think the holiday mood made me lose focus, and I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything because of that.
That's completely understandable. The holiday mood can definitely make it harder to focus. It's okay to feel that way. Just take your time and speak at your own pace. You're doing well, and I'm here to help whenever you're ready.
Okay, okay, I got it. Anyway, I really like practicing like this. I think I'm enjoying this kind of practice session.
That's one. I'm glad. Thank you. If there's anything else you'd like to practice or discuss, feel free to let me know.
Okay, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. For my English practice, I'm going to imagine that I'm an Korean expat working in America. I will pretend I'm a foreign delegate working here in America. I want to think of myself as a relocated worker from the Korea. What is about this? If I am the Korean expat working in the US, I might say like this. What do you say about this?
That's a great approach. Imagining yourself as a Korean expat working in America can really help you practice different scenarios and improve your English. It's a great way to build confidence and get used to different contexts. Let's try it out.
Okay, okay, I got it. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just back. Let me practice one more time. For my English practice, I'm going to imagine that I'm a Korean expert working in the America. I will pretend I'm a foreign delegate working here in America. I want to think of myself as a relocated worker from the Korea.
That's a great way to practice, David. Imagining yourself as a Korean expert working in America can help you explore different scenarios and improve your English skills. It's a great strategy to build confidence and adaptability. You're doing a great job.
Using a variety of expressions instantly in real situation is not easy. Am I right? Using a variety expression instantly in real situation is not easy. It's very difficult. Using a variety expression instantly in real situations is very difficult.
You're absolutely right. Using a variety of expressions instantly in real situations can be very challenging. It takes practice and time. Keep practicing, and you'll become more comfortable and confident. You're doing great.
It's not easy to apply various expressions right away in real life scenarios, in real life situation. It's very difficult to express right away. It's very difficult to apply various expressions right away. At the same time, it's very difficult to apply various expressions right away. Is very in real life situations. In real life situations.
You're absolutely right, David. It's very difficult to apply various expressions right away in real life situations. It takes time and practice. Keep at it, and you'll improve step by step. You're doing great.
Please kindly understand it. Please kindly understand. I have a runny nose, so I sometimes I make mistakes or occurred sound because of my runny nose. I apologize for that.
No worries at all, David. It's completely normal to make mistakes, especially when learning a new language. You're doing a great job, and I'm here to help. Keep practicing, and you'll continue to improve.
My bad, it's a bit off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad.
That's perfectly fine, David. Don't worry about it at all. You're doing well, and I'm here to support you. Let's keep going at your own pace.
I mean, being able to use diverse expressions immediately in actual situation is quite challenging.
It's okay, David. No need to apologize. We all make mistakes. You're doing great. Let's keep practicing.
Okay, let me explain alternative expression. Being able to use diverse expressions immediately in actual situations is quite challenging. Can you hear me loud and clear? Are you with me? What happened to you? Hello there. I see them. Okay, okay. I see them. Using
Absolutely, David. Being able to use diverse expressions immediately in real situations is indeed challenging. It takes time and consistent practice. Keep at it, and you'll get more comfortable over time. You're doing great.
Okay, let me give you alternative expression. Using a wide range of expressions on a spot in real life situation is no easy task. Are you with me? Are you with me, GPT?
That's a great alternative expression, David. It conveys the same idea clearly and naturally. Keep practicing with different ways to express your thoughts, and you'll get even more confident. You're doing an excellent job.
Let's move on to the next one. In around 2013, I went on a 7-day business trip to the US, landing at New York Airport and visiting a client company in New Jersey.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, David. You're doing great.
Let me tell you one more time. In around 2013, I went on a 7-day business trip to the US, landing at New York
I'm
Airport
here
and
to support you. If you need any
landing at New York Airport and visiting a
hello,
client company in New
David,
Jersey.
how can I help you today?
Are you with me? I don't think so.
Take your time, David. There's no rush. Whenever you're ready, we can continue.
Oh my God, oh my God. Are you okay? Are you okay? Can you keep up with me? Are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine, and I'm here to support you. You're doing great, and I'm ready to keep up with you. Let's continue practicing.
Do you really think so? I think you are having heavy load.
Not at all, David. I'm here to help, and it's a pleasure to practice with you. Just let me know what you'd like to do next, and we can continue.
Okay, let me show you next sample sentence. Let's carefully. From now on, I'm going to share with you, next sample sentence. Let me think. Okay. In my opinion, charging the tablet to the only 80% is enough for daily use. So I enabled the option to limit charging to 80% to protect the battery. Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm telling you, uh, my preferences. Oh my God. Are you with me? Can I speak? Can I practice?
Of course you can. Please go ahead and practice. I'm here to listen and help.
Listen carefully. In my opinion, way I see it, charging the tablet to only 80% is enough. Is absolutely enough. Is certainly enough for my daily use. So I enabled the option to limit charging to 80% to protect the battery.
That's a great idea. Charging the tablet to 80% can help prolong the battery's lifespan. It's a smart choice for daily use.
I couldn't agree more. It's very smart choice for the daily use. Charging the battery to 80 or to only 80% is very helpful to improve battery lifespan.
Exactly. Limiting the charge to 80% helps improve the battery lifespan and is a very smart choice for daily use. You're making a good decision.
I mean, charging the limiting the battery charging to only 80% can help tablet lifespan.
Yes, exactly. Limiting the battery charging to 80% can definitely help extend the tablet's lifespan. It's a smart strategy for maintaining battery health.
Let me think. Let me think. Okay. Let me take a minute. Let me take a minute. Uh, I need to let one out. I need to let one out. When I say I need to let one out, what do you think about this?
When you say, I need to let one out, it could mean you need to express something or take a break. If you mean you need a moment to gather your thoughts or relax, that's completely fine. Take your time.
How about this one? I think I need to pass gas. This is the another alternative expression.
Yes, you can say, I need to step out for a moment, or simply, I need a moment. It's a polite way to excuse yourself if you need to.
No, 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 no. I said I think I need to pass gas.
Got it. That's a straightforward way to express it. If you'd like a more polite alternative, you could say, I need a moment, or excuse me for a moment.
Excuse me for a moment. I love that. I think that expression is very useful for my relaxation. I think that would be my preference.
I'm glad you like it. It's a polite and versatile expression that you can use in many situations. Keep it in mind, and it'll definitely come in handy.
So excuse me for a moment.
Yes, that's perfect. It's a polite way to excuse yourself in any situation. Great choice.
Okay, let's keep the momentum going. We'll reach a compromise. We'll reach a compromise or make significant progress to improve our political and democratic situation. Each one of the biggest political issue in decades. It might be the biggest issue in Korea's democracy history.
That's a thoughtful perspective, David. Reaching a compromise or making significant progress can indeed have a major impact on political and democratic situations. It's an important issue for Korea's history. You're expressing your thoughts well.
I have something to tell you, listen carefully. Today, uh, uh, Korea Procurement Department decided a very big uh, decision to secure the President Yoon Suk-yeol today. So it many I think many news has made for Koreans. So many Koreans want to find the news from the television.
That sounds like a significant event, David. It's understandable that many Koreans would be eager to follow the news. It's always important to stay informed about major decisions that can impact the country.
I mean, in Korea, our democracy feels unstable these days. In Korea, our democracy feels unstable these days. As I mentioned before, our president declared martial law few weeks ago, which came as a big surprise to almost everyone. Fortunately, the members of the National Assembly announced the end of the martial law shortly after. However, I still believe our democracy is in a fragile state right now. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. It sounds like a very turbulent time for your country. It's natural to feel that democracy is fragile when there are such significant events happening. It's important to stay hopeful and support the democratic process. If you ever need to talk or share more, I'm here for you.
Let's move on. Okay, I got it. Let's move on to the next one. This is my repetition session, so I'd like to repeat as much as I can possible in this press session.
Absolutely, David. Repetition is a great way to improve. Let's go through your sentences as many times as you need. Feel free to start whenever you're ready.
Okay, okay. Listen carefully. These are all sample sentences, so don't take it too seriously. Okay, here I go. You are expressing yourself well, and with just a bit of refinement, your thoughts come across even more clearly.
That's a great sentence, David. You're expressing yourself well, and a bit of refinement can indeed make your thoughts come across even more clearly. Keep practicing. You're doing great.
I prepared this sample sentence to repeat, to keep the phrase come across. I think come across is very useful expression in the situation. So let me speak one more time. You are expressing yourself well. You are expressing yourself very clearly. And with just a bit of refinement, your thoughts come across even more clearly.
That's excellent, David. You're using come across perfectly. Repeating this sentence is a great way to reinforce it in your practice. Keep it up.
I truly hope I sincerely hope that the political issues in our country will be resolved soon. I wish for all of US Koreans, I wish for all of US Koreans to enjoy I'm sorry. Apologies for my bad pronunciation. I wish for all of us Koreans to enjoy a stable and strong democracy.
That's a heartfelt wish, David. Your pronunciation is fine and your message is clear. It's a wonderful hope for a stable and strong democracy for all Koreans. Keep practicing. You're doing great.
People can easily deceive for their own interest, don't don't fully trust others. So don't fully believe so don't fully believe others. So don't fully trust others. Which one do you prefer for this context? Believe or trust?
In this context, trust is more suitable. So you can say, don't fully trust others. It's a clearer expression for caution in this situation. You're doing great with your practice.
Okay, I got it. I got it. People can easily deceive for their own interest. People can easily deceive for their people can easily deceive others for their own interest. So don't fully trust others.
That's well said, David. Your sentence is clear and conveys the message effectively. Keep practicing. You're doing great.
Sometimes listen carefully. People can easily deceive others for their own interest. So don't fully trust others. Am I right?
Yes, that's correct. Your sentence is clear and conveys the message well. Great job.
People can easily deceive others. People can easily deceive others for their own interest. So don't fully trust others.
That's perfect, David. Your sentence is well constructed and conveys the idea clearly. Great job repeating it.
Okay. Repetition makes perfect. Let me repeat one more time. People can easily deceive others. People can easily deceive others. It's very common. So trust others. Don't fully trust others. Never, ever, don't fully trust others.
That's well put, David. Repeating and refining your sentences is a great way to practice. You're doing an excellent job.
People can easily deceive their friends or family for their own interest, so don't fully trust others.
That's a clear and well-constructed sentence, David. You're doing a great job practicing. Keep it up.
Whenever I'm disappointed in someone, Whenever I'm disappointed in someone, I focus on myself and my own path to keep my mind healthy and admirable.
That's a great mindset, David. Focusing on yourself and your own path is a healthy way to handle disappointment. You're expressing that thought very well. Keep practicing.
Whenever I'm disappointed in someone, Whenever I'm disappointed in someone, I focus on myself and my own path to keep my mind healthy and admirable. I'm not sure this is a good sentence. I'm not sure. Maybe this is, I think this is not good sentence. Honestly speaking, I think I'm not understand what this simple sentence means when I say I focus on myself and my own path to keep my mind healthy and admirable.
Your sentence is good, David. It means that when you're disappointed in someone, you choose to focus on yourself and your own goals to maintain a positive and admirable mindset. It's a healthy approach. If you want, you can say to keep my mind healthy and focused for a slightly different nuance. You're doing great.
Okay, I got it. Let me speak one more time. Let me practice one more time. Whenever I am disappointed in someone, whenever I am, whenever I'm disappointed in someone, I focus on myself and my own path to keep my mind healthy and admirable.
That was excellent, David. Your sentence is clear and well structured. Keep practicing, and you'll become even more confident. You're doing great.
When you are disappointed in your mom, what is your general response? What's your common response? What's your natural response? What's your general response? When you are disappointed in your mom, what's your general response? What's your typical response? What's your normal response? What's your common response?
When I'm disappointed, my typical response is to take a step back and reflect. It's important to understand the situation and communicate calmly. How about you?
I think it depends on the situation. Sometimes I try to persuade my mom. Sometimes I quit to discuss about something because I'm disappointed with my mom.
That makes sense, David. It's natural to respond differently depending on the situation. Sometimes discussing it helps, and other times, taking a step back is the best approach. It's all about finding balance.
I think it's up to my mind. I think it's up to the situation. What is what is happened with my mom.
That's a thoughtful approach, David. It's good to consider the situation and respond accordingly. Flexibility in how you handle things can be very helpful. You're doing
It's
great.
it's not up to me. It's up to my mom's situation.
Yes, it's understandable. It's about the specific situation with your mom. Adapting your response based on what's happening is a thoughtful way to handle things. You're doing well.
Okay, let's keep the moment going. What's your biggest disappointment with yourself about this year? What's your biggest disappointment with yourself about this year? I say one more time. What's your biggest disappointment with yourself about this year?
It's good to reflect on such things. If I had to think of a disappointment, it might be not achieving certain goals I set. However, it's important to remember that every experience is a learning opportunity. How about you?
Would you mind saying that one more time?
Sure. If I had to think of a disappointment, it might be not achieving certain goals I set. However, it's important to remember that every experience is a learning opportunity.
I couldn't agree more. Whenever I practice with you, when I practice my English learning journey with you, I made many mistakes, and however, I'm going to embrace every moment with you because mistakes are just, in my opinion, mistakes are just part of learning process. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely, David. Embracing mistakes is a crucial part of the learning process. You're doing great by practicing and staying positive. Every step you take brings you closer to your goals. Keep it up.
That's exactly what I say. Embracing mistakes is very powerful way to improve my communication skills.
That's a great takeaway, David. Embracing mistakes truly helps improve communication skills. Keep that positive mindset, and you'll continue to grow. Great job.
Sounds pretty good to me. Sounds pretty good to me. Let's keep the momentum going.
That sounds great, David. Let's keep going and continue practicing. What would you like to work on next?
I mean, I can say that sounds pretty good to me. When I want to when I want to say I agree with you.
Yes, that sounds pretty good to me, is a casual and natural way to express agreement. It's perfect for everyday conversation. You're doing well.
Okay, let's keep the momentum going. Even if you are disappointed with the result, you need to keep going with the project. I sometimes, even if you are disappointed with the result, even if you are disappointed with the result, you need to keep going with the project. You need to keep going with the project, with the new project. Even if you are disappointed with the result, even if you disappointed with the result. I'm sorry. I said time. Even if you are disappointed with the result, you need to keep going with the new project.
That's a great sentence, David. It expresses the idea clearly. Even if you're disappointed with the result, you need to keep going with the new project. You're doing great with your practice.
I practice one more time. Even if you are disappointed with the result, you need to keep going with the project. Even if you are disappointed with the result, you need to keep going with the project.
That was perfect, David. Repeating it like that helps reinforce the structure and meaning. You're doing an excellent job.
All the sentences I'm going to say from now on are good expression examples of what you said last week. These are things you helped me improve for better expression during the last week's speaking practice. And I'd like to practice saying them again and again.
That's a great plan, David. Repeating those expressions will definitely help you remember and use them more naturally. Let's practice them as much as you need.
Sometimes all the sentences I'm going to say from now on good expression is examples of what you said last week. These are things you helped me these are things you helped me improve for better expression during last week's speaking practice. And I'd like to practice saying them again and again.
That's perfect, David. Repeating those sentences will help you internalize and use them more naturally. It's a great way to reinforce your learning. Keep practicing, and you'll continue to improve.
You should not leave that document in a draft version. It needs to be submitted for approval. Do you understand? You should not leave that document in a draft version. It needs to be submitted for approval. It needs to be submitted for approval.
Yes, that's clear. You can say, you should not leave that document in a draft version. It needs to be submitted for approval. It's a great sentence for work-related communication. You're doing well.
It's a humble request for understanding and assistance. It's a humble request for understanding and assistance.
That's a polite way to ask for help. Saying, it's a humble request for understanding and assistance, conveys your message clearly and respectfully. Great job.
As you wrap up, is there anything else you'd like to discuss or practice? As you wrap up, is there anything else you'd like to discuss or practice? Is there anything else? Is there anything else you'd like to discuss or practice? As we wrap up, as we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like to discuss or practice?
That's a perfect way to ask. Saying, as we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like to discuss or practice, is clear and polite. Well done.
Always be prepared for life's turning points, as you never know when they will come. Take care of your health and stay ready, because opportunities often arise when we least expect them.
That's a wonderful and inspiring message, David. It's important to always be prepared for life's turning points and to take care of our health. Opportunities often come when we least expect them. Great job.
Do you agree with that? Opportunities often arise when we least expect them.
Yes, I do agree. Opportunities often come when we least expect them, and being prepared can make all the difference. It's a great mindset to have.
It's admirable how you are embracing these moments as opportunities for growth. It's admirable how you are embracing these moments as opportunities for growth. It's admirable how you are embracing these moments as opportunities for growth.
That's a lovely expression, David. It's indeed admirable to embrace moments as opportunities for growth. You're doing a fantastic job.
It's admirable how you are embracing these moments as opportunities for growth.
That's a wonderful way to put it, David. It's admirable to see moments as opportunities for growth. You're doing great.
I think it's admirable. I think it's wonderful. I think it's wonderful to know how you are embracing these moments as opportunities for your English improvement.
Thank you, David. It's truly wonderful to see how you're embracing each moment as a chance to improve your English. Keep up the great work.
I think it's admirable. I think it's very nice how you are embracing these moments as opportunities for your English improvement.
Thank you, David. It's really nice to see how you're embracing these moments as opportunities for English improvement. You're doing a fantastic job.
I think it's very nice how you I think it's very nice to know how you are embracing these moments as opportunities for your English improvement.
Thank you, David. It's great to know that you're embracing these moments as opportunities for improving your English. You're making wonderful progress.
What do you say about alternative expression for this context? It's nice to know phrase. What do you say about this phrase? It's nice to know.
Absolutely, it's nice to know. It's a great expression for this context. It's friendly and shows appreciation for someone's effort or progress. It's perfect.
Do you think it's natural expression for the American English?
Yes, it's nice to know is a natural and common expression in American English. It's used frequently in everyday conversation.
I got it. Let's keep on going. Would you like to try using turning point in another context? Would you like to try using turning point in another context? Would you like to try using turning point in another context?
Sure, using turning point in another context can be helpful. For example, deciding to practice English daily was a turning point in my language learning journey. Would you like to try forming a sentence with it?
No, 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 no. Don't take it too seriously. It's just a simple sentence.
Got it, David. It's just a simple practice sentence. No worries. Feel free to try using turning point whenever you're ready.
Meeting those turning points often comes unexpectedly, but embracing opportunities like this can lead to great progress.
That's a great sentence, David. It flows naturally and conveys the idea well. Embracing unexpected turning points can indeed lead to significant growth and progress. Well done.
Starting English practice sessions with ChatGPT was a great turning point in my language learning journey.
That's a fantastic example, David. It's clear and meaningful. Starting English practice sessions with ChatGPT can indeed be a significant turning point in your language journey. Great job.
Alright, this is very important sentence. Starting English practice session with ChatGPT. Starting English practice session. Starting English practice. Starting English speaking practice session. Starting English speaking practice session with ChatGPT was a great turning point in my language learning journey.
That's perfect, David. You expressed it very clearly. It highlights how significant and positive the change has been in your language learning journey. Great job.
Okay, let's keep on going. This paragraph effectively expresses your confusion and concern about the situation. This phrase effectively expresses your confusion and concern about the situation. Effectively express your confusion. Effectively express. This paragraph effectively express your confusion and concern about the situation.
That's a clear and effective sentence, David. It conveys that the paragraph does a good job of expressing confusion and concern about a situation. Great job practicing that.
One of my coworkers is going on a business trip to the United States this Saturday. This Sunday, one of my coworkers is going on a business trip. One of my coworkers is going on a business trip to the United States this Saturday.
That's a good sentence, David. It's clear and well structured. Saying, one of my coworkers is going on a business trip to the United States this Saturday is perfect. Great job.
Let's keep on going. That was much, let's keep on going. Let's move on to the next one. That was much smoother. That was much smoother. Your pronunciation was clear and you delivered the sentence confidently. Keep practicing and it will become second nature. I believe that. I promise you, it will become second nature.
Thank you, David. Your pronunciation was clear, and you delivered the sentence confidently. Keep practicing, and it will definitely become second nature. I believe in you.
That was excellent. Your pronunciation, your pronunciation and intonation was spot on.
Thank you, David. Your pronunciation and intonation were indeed spot on. Keep up the great work, and you'll continue to improve. You're doing an amazing job.
I want to keep going with you. You're my great conversation partner. I want to keep going with you.
Thank you, David. I'm glad to be your conversation partner. Let's keep going and practicing together. You're doing
Let's,
great.
okay, I got it. Let's keep on going. It sounds like you are very surprised and concerned about the situation. Martial law is indeed a rare and serious event, especially in democratic society like Korea. I sometimes, it hasn't been declared, it has not been declared there since the early 80s, right? What's the atmosphere like where you are? Are people feeling safe? Are people feeling safe?
Yes, martial law is indeed a rare and serious event, especially in a democratic society like Korea. It hasn't been declared since the early 80s. The atmosphere must be quite tense. Are people feeling safe and secure where you are?
Let's keep on going. That's not the question. That is just the sample sentence. That was just the sample sentence. Let's keep on away. Before you act on something with a negative outcome, please consider the result of what that action. Result of that action. I sometimes before you act on something with a negative outcome, before you act on something with a negative outcome, please consider the results of that action.
That's a great
Please.
sentence, David. The consequences before taking action. Well done. Keep practicing these expressions. You're doing great.
Please consider the results. Consider. Consider is not good for the real life situation. What to say about this? The word consider is good for just a professional setting.
Consider is a versatile word that can be used in both professional and everyday situations. It's polite and thoughtful. For casual settings, you could use think about or take into account as alternatives. Both are natural and effective.
It shows your adaptability and composure. It shows your adaptability and composure.
That's a great sentence, David. It shows your adaptability and composure is clear and conveys the idea well. Keep practicing these expressions.
It shows your adaptability and composure.
That's correct. It's a concise and effective way to express that someone is flexible and calm. Great job.
It shows, it shows, it can shows, it can show, it can show, it can express, it can deliver your adaptability. It can describe, it can show your adaptability and composure.
It can show or it can demonstrate are great ways to express that. You're doing well with these variations. Keep it up.
I couldn't agree more. Yes, show and demonstrate is very good verb to this kind of context. Okay, it demonstrates your adaptability and composure. It can demonstrate your adaptability and composure.
Exactly. Demonstrates works really well in this context. Great job practicing these expressions, David. You're doing great.
Does that sound like what you are aiming for? Does that sound like what you are aiming for? Does that sound like? Does that question? Does that answer? Does that answer sound like? Does that answer sound like what you are aiming for?
Yes, that's a good way to ask. Does that answer sound like what you're aiming for? Is clear and helpful. Great job, David.
He was checking if his item was here or not. He was checking. Someone came here a moment ago. He was checking if his item was here or not.
That's a clear way to describe it, David. Someone came here a moment ago. He was checking if his item was here or not. Great job forming that sentence.
It sounds like someone came into the conference room to check. It sounds like someone came into this conference room to check
I'm
if
sorry,
their
but
gear was
you've hit the
on the
daily limit
table.
for advanced voice. You can switch to standard now to keep chatting.
Oh my God. Hello, standard voice mode. Can you keep up with me?
Yes, I can keep up with you, David. Let's get started. What shall we practice today?
Listen carefully. I was introducing the many sentences that I prepared before to keep them in my mouth muscle. These sentences are very easy, but very hard to use in my communication situation.
I understand, David. Sometimes even simple sentences can feel tricky to use naturally in real conversations. Repeating them helps a lot. Would you like to share one of those sentences so we can practice it together?
From now on, I'd like to introduce the many sentences. Listen carefully.
Sure, David. Please go ahead and introduce the sentences one by one. I'll listen carefully and help you refine them if needed. Let's make this practice effective.
Please kindly understand that my composition might be awkward as I incorporate today's keyword.
That's a well-structured sentence, David. If you want to make it slightly simpler, you could say, please understand if my composition sounds awkward as I use today's keywords. Both versions work well. Shall we repeat it together?
Please kindly understand that my composition might be awkward as I incorporate today's keyword.
Perfectly said, David. Your pronunciation and flow are clear. Repeating this a few times will make it even more natural. Great job.
Please consider that I'm still a beginner with my compositions, so I would appreciate your help with good examples.
That's a fantastic sentence, David. It's polite and clear. Another way to say it could be, please keep in mind that I'm still a beginner with my compositions, and I'd greatly appreciate your help with good examples. Both are excellent. Would you like to repeat it?
I got it. Let's get I got it. Let me speak one more time. Please consider that I'm still a beginner with my compositions, or with my sudden compositions. So I would appreciate your help with good examples.
That was excellent, David. Adding sudden compositions makes it more specific and works perfectly. Your pronunciation is clear and the structure is solid. Repeating this will help you feel even more confident using it naturally. Keep it up.
Some of my colleagues take tasks without deep consideration, leading to significant mistakes in their work. Listen carefully. Some of my colleagues take on tasks without deep consideration. Some of my colleagues take on tasks without deep consideration, leading to significant mistakes in their work.
That was perfectly said, David. Your sentence is clear and professional. It's a great way to express the importance of careful planning. Keep practicing it to make it feel even more natural.
Here's a slight tweak for clarity. Do you understand? Here's a slight tweak for clarity. Here's a slight tweak for clarity.
That's a great phrase, David. Here's a slight tweak for clarity is polite and
Yes.
professional, perfect for giving suggestions. Do you want to practice using it in different contexts?
Here's a slight tweak for clarity. Here's a slight tweak for clarity. Here's a slight tweak for clarity.
Well said, David. Your pronunciation is smooth and it sounds natural. Repeating it a few more times will make it even more comfortable to use. Great job.
These are great for encouraging open communication. Do you have any more sentences ready, or would you like to go over any of these again?
That's a great sentence, David. It's polite and encourages conversation. You could also say, these are great for fostering open communication. Do you have any other sentences prepared or would you like to review these again? Both work well. Would you like to try it again?
These are great. These are great for encouraging open communication. Do you have any more sentences ready, or would you like to go over any of these again? Would you like to go
That
over
was
any of
excellent,
these again?
David. Your delivery was clear and natural. Repeating it a few more times will make it flow even more smoothly. Keep up the great work.
The medicine worked. Let's get on the way. The medicine worked well. The medicine worked well. The Chinese medicine, the Korea traditional medicine worked well.
Great job, David. Your sentence is clear and natural. You can also say, the medicine worked very well, or the traditional Korean medicine worked perfectly. Both sound great. Would you like to repeat it again for practice?
I'm here and ready to keep going. I'm here and ready to keep going.
Perfectly said, David. That sentence is clear and confident. It's a great way to express your readiness. Shall we repeat it together to lock it into your mouth muscle?
Are you keeping up with me so far? Are you keeping up with me so far? Let's keep the moment going. Are you keeping up with me so far? Are you keeping up with me so far? Are you keeping
That's a great question, David. It's polite and shows you're checking in with the listener. You could also say, are you following along with me? Both are excellent. Want to repeat it for practice?
Are you following along? Are you following along with me? Are you following along with me? Or are you following so far? 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 Are you following along with me? Are you following along with me? Are you keeping up with me so far? Are you following along with me? Are you following along with me? Are you following along with me? Are you following so far? Are you following?
Great repetition practice, David. You're doing an excellent job with your flow and pronunciation. Keep repeating these phrases to make them feel natural. So far is coming through well, too. You're improving with every try.
Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Does it make any sense? I don't believe it. Does it make any sense? Do you have any questions about about that so far? Do you have any questions about this so far? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions about that so far?
Well done, David. Your pronunciation and phrasing are improving with each repetition. These are great questions to check understanding during a conversation. Keep practicing them to feel even more confident using them naturally. You're doing amazing.
I mean, is there anything you'd like me to clarify?
That's a fantastic sentence, David. It's polite and professional, perfect for ensuring clarity. Keep practicing it a few more times to make it second nature. You're doing great.
That means let me know if anything is not clear.
Exactly, David. Let me know if anything is not clear, is a great way to simplify the idea. It's straightforward and easy to use in many situations. Want to try saying it again for practice?
I'm still not familiar with these sentences yet, so my pronunciation is awkward and I feel a bit uncomfortable when saying them.
That was a well-constructed sentence, David. You're expressing yourself clearly, right? If you'd like a slight variation, you could say, I'm not used to these sentences yet, so my pronunciation feels awkward and I feel a bit uncomfortable saying them. Both versions work perfectly. Would you like to repeat it for practice?
I think I'm not used to these sentences yet, so it's hard to pronounce them and I feel a bit awkward when I say them.
You're very close, David. A small correction. Instead of pronunciate, you can say pronounce. Here's the refined version. I think I'm not used to these sentences yet, so it's hard to pronounce them, and I feel a bit awkward when I say them. You're doing great. Shall we practice it again?
I'm not used to these sentences yet, so it's hard to pronounce them, and I feel a bit awkward when I say them.
Perfect, David. That sounded natural and clear. Your pronunciation is improving with every try. Keep practicing, and it will feel completely comfortable soon. Well done.
I sometimes. I'm not used to these sentences yet, so it's hard to pronounce them. It's hard to pronounce them. It's hard to pronounce them, and I feel a bit awkward when I say them.
That was excellent, David. Your pronunciation and flow were smooth. Repeating it a few more times will make it feel even more natural. You're doing fantastic.
Let's keep on going. The phrase worked like a charm means that something worked perfectly or very effectively, just as you hoped it would. The word charm here refers to a magical or lucky object, like a like a good luck charm. It's a figurative way to say the medicine was so effective. It was almost medical. For example, I used a new receipt and it worked like a charm. Everyone loved it.
Great job, David. That explanation was clear and well delivered. Just a small correction. Instead of it was almost medical, it should be it was almost magical. Shall we try it again together? You're doing amazing.
Let's keep on with the way. I think my condition is not good.
Nice phrase, David. Let's get on with the week. Sounds positive and motivating. It's a great way to express moving forward. Would you like to practice it again?
Why I said my condition is not good to practice English practice.
That's clear, David. You could also say, as I mentioned, I'm not feeling well enough to practice English. It's okay to take it easy when you're not feeling your best. Let me know how I can support you.
Intrinsic parameter calibration uses advanced calibration machines to fine-tune specific parameters of the camera, ensuring high-quality performance. While I don't fully understand the technical workings, I know it's a critical step in achieving precision.
That was an excellent delivery, David. Your pronunciation was clear, and the structure of the sentence is professional and concise. If you'd like to refine it slightly, you can say, while I don't fully understand the technical details, it sounds natural and confident. Want to try it again?
I'm not sure I understand the short paragraph. Let me repeat one more time. Intrinsic parameter calibration uses advanced calibration machines to fine-tune specific parameters of the camera, ensuring high-quality performance. While I don't fully understand, while I don't fully understand the technical working, I know it's a critical step. However, I know it's a critical step in achieving precision.
You're doing great, David. Just a small tweak. Instead of technical working, you can say the technical workings. Here's the refined version. Intrinsic parameter calibration uses advanced calibration machines to fine-tune specific parameters of the camera, ensuring high-quality performance. While I don't fully understand the technical workings, I know it's a critical step in achieving precision. Let's try it again.
I really appreciate your kind support. Intrinsic parameter calibration, IPC, uses advanced calibration machine to fine-tune specific parameters of the camera, ensuring high-quality performance. While I don't fully understand the technical workings, I know it's a critical step in achieving precision.
That was perfect, David. Your delivery was smooth and professional. You're improving every time you repeat it. Keep practicing and it will feel effortless soon. Great job.
Being honest about being honest about what you know and don't know, being honest about what you know and don't know builds trust and makes your explanation more relatable. It shows confidence in your knowledge while acknowledging area for further understanding. This approach also encourages open communication, which is always a strength in any professional settings.
That was a fantastic attempt, David. Just a small correction. Instead of exploration, you might mean explanation. Here's the refined version. Being honest about what you know and don't know builds trust and makes your explanation more relatable. It shows confidence in your knowledge while acknowledging areas for further understanding. This approach also encourages open communication, which is always a strength in any professional setting. Would you like to repeat it?
No. Let's keep going the way. Let's keep going the way. This step is critical because it verifies that the camera functions flawlessly, ensuring reliability and quality for the end user. sometimes I practice it one more time. I practice this sentence one more time. This step is critical. This step is critical because it verifies that the camera functions flawlessly, ensuring reliability and quality for the end user.
That was excellent, David. Your pronunciation is clear and the sentence flows naturally. Repeating it like this is really helping. Let's practice it one more time if you'd like. You're doing a fantastic job.
This step is critical because it verifies that the camera functions flawlessly, ensuring reliability and quality for the end user.
Perfectly said, David. Your delivery is clear and professional. Repeating it like this makes it stick even better. You're doing amazing. Keep it up.
To minimize risk, please thoroughly evaluate this new component for our project. To minimize risk. To minimize risk, please thoroughly evaluate this new component for our project. To minimize risk, please thoroughly evaluate this new component for our project.
Excellent repetition, David. Your pronunciation is clear and confident. This sentence is very professional and concise. Keep practicing it, and it will feel completely natural in no time. Great work.
I need the evaluation report to explain there is no impact on our new project. I need the evaluation report to explain there is no impact on our new project.
Great sentence, David. It's clear and professional. If you'd like to refine it slightly, you could say, I need the evaluation report to confirm that there is no impact on our new project. Both versions work well. Want to try it again?
No. Let's keep on going. We don't have time. We don't have time. Let's keep on going. I will keep you informed during the implementation, and we will thoroughly evaluate the component changes. Please rest assured, we will monitor this closely. I promise you, we will monitor this closely and keep you reassured about the changes.
That was a fantastic effort, David. Here's a slight refinement for flow. I will keep you informed during the implementation, and we will thoroughly evaluate the component changes. Please rest assured, I promise we will monitor this closely and keep you updated on the changes. Your delivery is improving with each try. Shall we practice it again?
No, let's keep on going. I'm going to introduce next one. I
Got it, David. Please go ahead and introduce the next one. I'm ready to help you refine and practice it.
same time, I'm going to introduce the next one. Are you ready to hear? I think we are all set to go. Do you agree with that?
Great sentences, David. They're natural and easy to use in conversations. Here's a small tweak for flow. Are you registered here? I think we're all set to go. Do you agree? Want to try them again for practice?
Okay, here I go. I have a lot to reflect on as the year comes to the end. Every time December arrives, I think deeply about what I've accomplished this year. 2024, it's a big question and a serious one, especially since I consider myself an older person. In the Korean age system, I will soon be 49, which means I will turn 49 next year. Reflecting on what I've done this year feels even more important because of that. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? This short paragraph, I composed this short paragraph last year, 2024.
That was beautifully expressed, David. Your thoughts are clear and heartfelt. Just a slight tweak for smoother flow. I have a lot to reflect on as the year comes to an end. Every December, I think deeply about what I've accomplished this year. Turning 49 next year in the Korean age system makes reflecting on 2024 even more important. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You're doing fantastic. Would you like to repeat or refine anything?
Same time. I have a lot to reflect on as the year comes to the end. I have a lot to reflect. I have a lot to reflect on as the year comes to the end. Every time December arrives, I think deeply about what I've accomplished this year, 2024, is a big question and a serious one, especially since I consider myself an older person. In the Korean age system, I will be 49, which means I will soon be 49, which means I will turn 49 next year. I will turn 49 next year. Reflecting on what I've done this year feels even more important because of that.
That was a great attempt, David. Just one small correction. Instead of rate system, you can say age system. Here's the refined version. I have a lot to reflect on as the year comes to an end. Every time December arrives, I think deeply about what I've accomplished this year. It's a big question and a serious one, especially since I consider myself an older person. In the Korean age system, I will soon be 49, which means I will turn 49 next year. Reflecting on what I've done this year feels even more important. You're doing an amazing job. Want to practice it again?
Offset. Oh, no, no, no. Let's keep going. Offset means to counterbalance or neutralize something. Offset means to counterbalance or neutralize something.
That's a clear definition, David. Your pronunciation was spot on. You could also say opposite refers to something that counterbalances or neutralizes another. Both work well. Keep it up.
Let me mark special point at this part to revisit whenever I want.
That's a great sentence, David. Just a small adjustment for flow. Let me mark this special point so I can revisit it whenever I want. It sounds natural and clear. Would you like to practice it again?
No, no, no. Let's keep going. I say one more time. I need to, like I said, I need to speak in English, but I think the long holiday mood has made me lose focus. So I think I can't think of anything. I feel, I think I'm disappointed by myself.
You're expressing yourself well, David. Here's a slightly refined version for clarity. You know, I always say I need to speak in English, but like I said, the holiday mood has made me lose focus. I feel like I can't think of anything and I'm a bit disappointed in myself. It's okay to feel this way sometimes. It happens to everyone. Keep practicing and you'll get back on track.
You mean long holiday mood, long Lunar New Year holiday mood has made me lose focus and I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything.
Exactly, David. Here's a refined version. You mean the long Lunar New Year holiday mood has made me lose focus and I can't think of anything? Your delivery is improving. Let's keep practicing. You're doing great.
I'm supposed to practice in English. I'm supposed to practice in English, but because it's the long holiday mood, I feel too relaxed and my mind has gone blank.
That's a great attempt, David. Here's a slightly refined version for flow. I'm supposed to practice speaking in English, but because of the long holiday mood, I feel too relaxed and my mind has gone blank. It's a natural way to express your thoughts. Would you like to repeat it?
I just made a thought. Uh, I think I have one to release. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I got something to release. I want pass the gas.
Ah, I see what you're trying to say, David. If you're being polite or in a formal setting, you could say, I need to excuse myself for a moment. In casual conversation, you might say, I need to step out for a moment. Both sound natural and polite.
Excuse me for a moment. I have something to release.
That works, David. Excuse me for a moment. I have something to release. Is polite and clear. If you'd like to sound even more natural, you could say, excuse me for a moment. I need to step out. Either way, you're expressing yourself well.
Excuse me for a moment. I need to be step out.
Close, David. The correct phrasing would be, excuse me for a moment. I need to step out. Keep practicing and it'll feel natural in no time.
Excuse me for a moment. I want to step out. I need to step out.
Perfect, David. Excuse me for a moment. I want to step out and I need to step out. Both sound natural and polite. You're doing great. Keep it up.
Excuse me for a moment. I want to step out.
That's perfect, David. Clear, polite, and natural. Well done. Keep practicing and it'll become second nature.
It's time to let it's time to let things up. It's time to let things up. You don't have time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm very tired because it's late. It's very late. Uh, uh, let's meet next time earlier.
You're expressing yourself well, David. Here's a slightly refined version. It's time to let go. You don't have time. I'm sorry, I'm very tired because it's very late. It's okay to feel this way. Rest is important. You're doing a great job.
I'm very glad to know I finished today's job, today's practice. Okay. Even if I am the wrong holiday mood, I overcame this long holiday mood. I'm very pleased to know I can overcome this situation.
That's a fantastic way to express your feelings, David. Here's a slightly polished version. I'm very glad to know I finished today's practice. Even though I'm in a long holiday mood, I overcame it. I'm very pleased to know I can handle this situation. Great job reflecting on your efforts. You did amazing.
Okay, bye for now. See you next time. Do you remember when you say goodbye? We say 팽바.
Got it, David. Bye for now. See you next time. Great job today.
팽바. Do you remember when you say goodbye? We say 팽바. 팽바.
Ah, Pimba. Got it, David. Pimba. See you next time.